Why do your toes in between your toes get itchy or red sometimes? Should you be worried if the little freckle on your foot becomes into a little bit more darker and a little bit abnormal in circumference? These are all questions that are very valid that should be addressed. And so welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here to address all of your burning questions. So the most common thing that I see when people come into the office is athlete's foot. So what is athlete's foot? Essentially, people experience really bad burning or itching to their feet. Sometimes it can cause a lot of flakiness, which can make your feet look really dry. And so people often say, I've had this issue going on, my feet are super ashy, I've been applying more moisturizer, and it keeps getting worse. Well, the problem is moisturizer makes athlete's foot worse. Athlete's foot is a fungus, and fungus thrive in more moist, warm environments. And so by applying more moisture, you're actually making the fungus even worse. So you actually need a different kind of cream. You need a medicated antifungal cream that actually kills the fungus. You don't need more moisturizer. So it's oftentimes really good if you come to the doctor so that way you're not self-treating yourself and actually making yourself worse. Similar situations can arise if you have fungal toenails. Fungal toenails look like thicker toenails, and sometimes they have a lot of debris that you can really scrape out underneath the toenail. Sometimes it can become yellow. Sometimes there's a white residue that can sit on top of the toenails. Sometimes you have no idea where you got it from. Sometimes walking barefoot in places, mostly pools or gyms, or if you exchange shoes with other people or even wear dirty socks. Fungal toenails are actually really hard to treat. It takes a lot of dedication. Sometimes I'm treating people with oral antifungals, which is a good formula, treating you from the inside out. However, all of the oral medication does go through your liver, so you gotta be careful. So you make sure to have a medical professional prescribe and kind of keep track of how long you're actually on this oral antifungal. The best and most safe way to treat a fungal toenail is actually a topical medication. You can try home remedies initially, depending on how bad the fungus is, but sometimes you actually need a medicated topical medication to apply. This will take 12 to 16 months to even start to work. So that's why I'm saying fungal toenails can be really hard and difficult to treat. So there is a level of dedication that you as a patient will have to use in conjunction with conversations with your doctor. Oftentimes I do see people who really don't know what is going on with their feet. Sometimes people have new lesions that might arise on their skin and they just wanna know, should they be worried? Maybe you have a family history of cancer and then something arises on your feet, on the skin, or on the bed of the toenails. And you should come into the doctor just so we can figure it out. Things to not be worried. Sometimes you do with age develop melanin strips in your toenails. And it's like a linear line that develops in your fingernails or in your toenails. That's just associated with age. A lot of times people of color who have melanin deposits, and you shouldn't be worried. It's always good to check out because sometimes these little strips or little lesions on your skin can be cause for concern for cancer. For instance, you love Bob Marley. He unfortunately passed away due to acrolentiginous melanoma. He thought it was a soccer injury. Sometimes we bump our toenails playing sports and that there is a little dried blood underneath our toenails, and it probably will go away after a really long time. However, sometimes if there hasn't been an injury and you have to really know what to look for, you really should get checked out because it could manifest in your feet first. So, signs to look for. If you do have a really dark spot that's not symmetrical, and by not symmetrical, I mean it's abnormal in shape. If it's round, usually it's fine. If it's abnormally shaped, if it's raised, if you can feel a little bump over it, those are causes for concern, and you should really go get it checked out by your doctor. I do like to keep up with my patients. I like to know whether or not this mole has been there since birth. When did it arise? Has it become painful? Did it change at all? Did it become lighter or darker in color, or has it even become bigger? I'll actually take a picture of it in my office, document it, and have you periodically come back just to measure it, check on it, make sure that there's no change in these lesion symptoms. Or no change in the growth or the shape of your lesion. When I'm doing my initial examination of a patient, I need to know all of these things because upon follow-up, I'm gonna ask you about it. And if things change or if it looks a little bit suspicious, I will take a biopsy just to be sure. Well guys, I hope you learned a lot about tinea pedis or athlete's foot, and fungal toenails, and whether or not you should be worried about dark spots that appear on your feet. So if you have any issues, definitely call your podiatrist. Shameless plug, call me at OC Podiatry. I'm accepting new patients in Long Beach. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.